Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the English Uplifting Podcast, your place to improve, practice speaking English out loud every day. I'm Liza.
And I'm Ben. We're so glad you're here with us today. Whether you're out for a walk, on the bus, or relaxing at home, thank you for spending these minutes with us.
Today's episode is really important, especially if you've been learning English for a while but still feel stuck when speaking. We're talking about one habit that slows a lot of people down, translating in your head from your native language into English. Sound familiar? It's something almost every language learner does at some point. You hear something in English, you translate it into your language, then think of a reply, then translate that back into English. Whew, that's a lot of steps, right?
And it's totally normal at first. But if you want to speak fluently, naturally, and with confidence, you'll need to learn how to think directly in English. That's what today's episode is all about.
We'll walk you through why translating slows you down, how to begin thinking in English step by step, and, of course, we'll do shadowing practice together to help your brain get used to it.
So grab your headphones, take a deep breath, and get ready to speak out loud with us.
Let's get started right now.
Okay, so let's start by asking a simple question. Why is translating in your head a problem? Why does it slow you down when you're speaking English?
That's a great question. When you're learning a new language, it's natural to rely on your first language. Your brain is used to it. It's your comfort zone. So when you hear something in English, your brain wants to quickly translate it into your own language to understand it. But here's the thing. Translating takes time.
Exactly. Imagine you're in a conversation. Someone says, "What do you like to do on weekends?" Now, instead of just answering in English, your brain says, "Okay, first, what did they say? Let me translate that into my language. Now let me think of an answer. Okay, now I'll translate my answer back into English." That whole process can take 10 or even 20 seconds.
And in a real conversation, 10 seconds is a long time. You can feel nervous, lose focus, or even forget what you wanted to say. And that's why a lot of learners say, I understand English, but I can't speak fast. I get stuck.
And the reason they get stuck is not because they don't know English. It's because they're still depending on translation. Their brain hasn't switched into English mode yet.
We want you to reach the point where English feels automatic. When someone asks, "What do you like to do?" you don't translate, you just answer. Your brain understands the question and forms a reply, all in English.
And thinking in English helps you get there. It's the bridge between understanding and fluency.
Also, here's something important. Translation doesn't always work. Some phrases don't have a direct translation. For example, in English we say, "It's raining cats and dogs." If you translate that word for word into your language, it might sound completely confusing or even funny.
Right. Or think about small expressions like hang in there or take it easy. If you try to translate those directly, you might miss the meaning. But if you think in English, you can understand them as natural expressions, not as puzzles to decode.
Exactly. So to summarize, translating in your head makes you slower, less confident, and sometimes more confused. Thinking in English helps you speak faster, sound more natural, and feel more comfortable in real conversations.
Don't worry, it's okay if you're still translating now. That's where many learners begin. But we'll help you take the next step so you can move from translating to thinking directly in English.
And that's what we'll talk about next, how to start thinking in English, even if you're just a beginner. So stay with us.
So, we explained why translating in your head slows you down, but now it's time to take action.
That's right. In this part, we're going to show you how to start thinking directly in English, even if you're a beginner. We'll give you practical steps, real examples, and some mindset tips along the way.
And you don't need to write anything down. Just listen, imagine, and speak out loud with us when you're ready.
Okay, let's dive into step 1.
Let's begin with the simplest way to start thinking in English, by labeling the world around you.
This sounds easy, but it's powerful. Just look at things in your room or wherever you are and name them in English.
Let's try. I'm looking at my desk right now. I see pen, notebook, coffee cup, lamp, laptop, charger, sticky notes.
At my place, I see window, curtain, bookshelf, speaker, phone, water bottle.
Every time you look at an object, don't let your brain say the word in your native language. Just say or think the English word. If you don't know the English word, write it down and learn it later.
You can do this in every room. In the kitchen, fork, plate, stove, kettle. In the bathroom, toothbrush, towel, mirror. Even outdoors, road, tree, bird, cloud, sun.
Over time, you stop translating and start naming directly in English. And that's the first step to thinking fluently.
Now that you can name objects, let's go deeper. Start describing what you're doing. This is called narrating your life.
That's right. It means you say or think what you're doing as you do it. For example, I'm brushing my hair. I'm pouring tea. I'm putting on my shoes. I'm locking the door.
You can also describe other people. She's walking her dog. He's reading a book. They're laughing. It's raining. The car is moving fast.
This helps your brain connect actions with English without stopping to translate.
If you don't know how to say something, just simplify. For example, instead of I'm checking the weather forecast on my mobile phone, just say I'm looking at the weather, or I'm using my phone.
Simple is powerful. Keep it natural. Keep it English.
Now let's move to step 3, using your inner monologue in English. That's the voice inside your head.
We all have that inner voice, the one that says, I'm tired, I forgot to email her, or I should go now. It's the way we think all day long.
Try to switch that voice to English. You can start with small phrases like, I don't feel like working. What should I eat today? Did I lock the door? I hope I'm not late.
You don't need to speak out loud yet. Just try to think in English. Even small thoughts help.
I still do this when I'm learning a new language. I think in small phrases, even if I don't know the full sentence.
Exactly. The goal isn't perfect grammar. It's habit building. You're training your brain to use English automatically.
Okay, step 4 is fun and super effective. Ready? Start talking to yourself out loud.
Yes, it sounds silly, but it works. Speaking out loud is one of the fastest ways to build fluency. You don't need anyone else. You can talk to yourself in your room, in the car, in the shower, even while cooking.
You can pretend you're explaining something. I need to buy groceries today. I think I'll make pasta. I watched a really good movie last night.
Or practice daily conversations like, Hi, how are you? I'm fine, thanks. And you? What do you do? I'm a student. Even if you make mistakes, just keep going. The goal is fluency, not perfection.
Also, your mouth needs practice too. Thinking is great, but speaking trains your muscles to pronounce words clearly.
Let's move to step 5. This one is about vocabulary. When learning new words, don't use translations. Use pictures.
That's right. For example, if you're learning the word apple, Don't learn it as apple equals and what it is mean in your language. Instead, learn it as apple equals APPLE.
Why? Because it builds a direct connection in your brain. English word to image to meaning.
No need for the extra step of translating. And your brain remembers better when it sees visuals.
There are apps like Anki, Quizlet, or even real flashcards you can make yourself.
You can also play games. Look at an image and say the word. Or describe it in English. That's a green apple. It's fresh. I like apples with peanut butter.
And if you don't know how to describe something, keep it simple. This is a fruit. It's sweet. I eat it for lunch.
Now this is our favorite step, shadowing. This is what our podcast is all about.
Shadowing means listening to English and repeating exactly what you hear. Same rhythm, same speed, same tone. You're not just saying the words, you're copying the way native speakers speak. This trains your pronunciation, intonation, and listening.
We'll guide you through a shadowing session in the next part of the episode, but here's how it works. You hear a sentence like, I'm going to the store. You repeat, I'm going to the store.
You can shadow from podcasts, YouTube, movies, anything with clear audio. Start with short sentences. Pause, repeat, copy.
If you're a beginner, try shadowing phrases like, I don't know. That's great. Can you help me? Let's go.
And don't worry if you miss a word. Just keep going. Repetition is how you improve. Next, let's talk about chunks. These are small blocks of English you can memorize and use every day.
Like phrases you don't need to build, just remember and use them as they are.
Here are a few. Nice to meet you. How was your weekend? I'm not sure. That's a good idea. Let me check. What do you mean? I'll think about it.
When you use chunks, you don't have to create every sentence from zero. It saves time and makes you sound fluent.
Shadow these chunks. Memorize them. Say them out loud. Then try using them in real situations.
Right. These next steps will help you create an environment and mindset where English becomes your natural way of thinking. Let's jump into step 8.
If you want your brain to think in English, you need to surround yourself with English as much as possible.
This is called building an English environment, or immersion. The more English you hear and see every day, the more your brain gets used to the language.
Here are some easy ways to do this, no matter where you live. Change your phone or computer settings to English. Follow English-speaking creators on social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Watch movies, TV shows, or YouTube videos in English, with English subtitles if you need them. Listen to English podcasts or music while you're commuting or exercising. Read simple English books, news, or articles online.
Even just 10 or 15 minutes a day helps a lot. And don't worry if you don't understand everything. Your brain is learning patterns, sounds, and common phrases naturally, like a child does. Over time, the English you see and hear becomes part of your thinking. This is a key step to stop translating.
Now, many learners get stuck because they're always trying to remember grammar rules in their heads. It's normal, but it slows down your thinking.
Instead of thinking, I need to remember when to use the past perfect tense, try to focus on what you want to say, the meaning.
For example, if you want to say you finished a task yesterday, just say, I finished it yesterday. Don't get stuck thinking about the tense name or the rule.
This will take time and practice, but as you listen and speak more, your brain will start using the correct grammar naturally, without stopping to think.
It's like learning to ride a bike. At first, you think about every movement, but soon it becomes automatic.
When you're just starting to think in English, don't expect full conversations in your head yet. Start with short bursts.
Say small phrases or short sentences. For example, I'm hungry. It's hot. Let's go. Good idea. Then, as you get comfortable, you can start making longer sentences and even imagine whole conversations.
Don't rush it. Small steps lead to big improvements.
One helpful trick is to ask yourself questions in English.
Like, what should I eat? Where am I going? Why is it raining today?
Then answer your questions in English. This forces your brain to create English sentence.
Even if you don't say it out loud, thinking in questions and answers trains your brain to use English structures naturally.
Thinking isn't just about facts. It's also about feelings. Try to think in English about your emotions.
For example, I'm happy. I'm tired. I'm excited. I'm worried.
Or describe situations. Today is a good day. I feel nervous about the test. I'm proud of my progress. When you use feelings, you connect language with real experiences, which helps your brain remember better.
Another great practice is to plan your day or week in English.
For example, in the morning, you can say, Today I will study English. I need to go shopping. I have a meeting at 3 p.m.
You can even plan future events. Tomorrow, I will visit my friend. Next week, I want to start a new book. Planning in English helps you get used to forming sentences naturally.
Don't be afraid to use simple words and sentences if you don't know a word. For example, if you don't know the word refrigerator, say, the big cold box in the kitchen. Or instead of, I'm exhausted, say, I'm very tired. The goal is to communicate clearly, not perfectly.
This helps you keep thinking in English without stopping to search for difficult words.
Learning to think in English takes time. You might feel slow or frustrated at first.
That's normal. Every learner feels this way. The key is to be patient and keep practicing every day. Celebrate small victories. Maybe today you thought in English for 5 minutes straight. That's amazing progress.
And remind yourself, mistakes are part of learning. Don't fear them, welcome them.
A great way to improve your thinking and speaking is to record yourself speaking in English, then listen back.
It can be as simple as talking about your day for 1 or 2 minutes. Then listen and notice where you hesitate or translate.
This helps you become aware of when your brain is translating and when it's thinking in English. Over time, you'll see progress. You'll speak more fluently and naturally.
Try to use English in real-life activities as much as possible.
For example, when cooking, think or say, I'm cutting the vegetables. Now I add salt. The soup is hot. Or when shopping, how much is this? Can I pay by card? Where is the milk?
Using English in real situations forces your brain to think and respond quickly, reducing translation.
Talking with others is one of the best ways to practice thinking in English.
Find a language partner or tutor to practice speaking regularly. The more you speak, the more you train your brain. During conversations, try not to translate. Listen, think, and respond directly in English. Even if you make mistakes, keep going. It's part of learning.
Set small, realistic goals for thinking in English.
For example, today I'll think in English for 10 minutes. Or, this week, I'll practice talking to myself out loud every day. Write down your goals and track your progress. Celebrate when you reach milestones. This keeps you motivated and focused.
The final step is simple. Review what you learn and practice every day.
Make it part of your daily routine. Even 10 minutes a day adds up.
The more you practice thinking in English, the easier it becomes.
And soon, you won't even realize you're thinking in English. It will be natural. We've talked a lot about how to stop translating in your head and start thinking directly in English. But before we finish, let's talk about something just as important as technique: your mindset and motivation.
Absolutely. You see, learning a language isn't just about grammar, vocabulary, or even speaking practice. It's also about your mindset, how you feel about learning, the thoughts you tell yourself, and how you handle the ups and downs.
That's right. You might have the best tools, the best techniques, and still feel stuck if your mindset isn't supportive. So today, we want to help you develop a positive mindset that keeps you moving forward, even when things get hard.
Here's the first truth. Thinking in English takes time. It won't happen overnight, and it's normal to feel slow or unsure at first.
Think about a baby learning to talk. It takes months of hearing words, trying sounds, making mistakes, and slowly building skills. You're doing the same thing, but faster with more focus.
So if you're frustrated because you're still translating in your head or you can't think fast enough, remember that this is part of the process.
And it's okay. The key is to be patient with yourself. Progress comes in small steps, and every day you practice, you're building new connections in your brain.
You know, many learners worry when they realize they're translating in their heads. They think, why am I still doing this? Am I not improving?
We want to say, don't get upset or frustrated when you catch yourself translating. Instead, just notice it. Be aware that your brain is switching back to your first language, and then gently bring it back to English.
It's like training a puppy. Sometimes it wanders off, but with gentle correction, it learns to follow.
Exactly. You're training your brain to think in a new way. It takes time, and it's okay if your brain needs reminders.
Speaking of training your brain, remember this is all about building a new habit, and habits require daily practice.
You can't build a habit by doing something once or twice a week. Consistency is key.
So try to practice thinking in English every day, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes.
It's better to practice a little every day than a lot once in a while. Your brain learns best with regular, repeated use.
Sometimes you might feel tired, busy, or unmotivated. Maybe you don't feel like practicing or speaking out loud.
That's completely normal. Everyone experiences this.
The trick is to keep going anyway. Even on days when you don't feel like it, try to do just a little.
Like saying one sentence out loud, or labeling one object in English, or listening to a short podcast.
Small actions add up, and they keep your momentum going.
Let's talk about motivation. It's easy to be motivated when you're excited or just starting out, but motivation can fade.
One way to keep motivation is to remember why you're learning English. What is your personal reason? Maybe it's for work, study, travel, or to connect with people.
Write down your reasons and look at them when you feel low. It can remind you what you're working toward.
Also, celebrate your progress. Every small win is important.
Did you think in English for 2 minutes today? That's progress.
Did you speak to someone in English, even a little? That's progress.
Give yourself credit for your efforts.
Our thoughts have a huge impact on motivation. If you tell yourself, I'm bad at English, or I'll never be fluent, those thoughts can stop you.
Try to replace negative thoughts with positive ones, like, I'm improving every day. Making mistakes helps me learn. I'm brave for practicing.
This positive self-talk can change your mindset and help you stay confident. Also, set realistic expectations. You won't speak perfectly in a week, or even in a month.
Language learning is a marathon, not a sprint.
Expect ups and downs. Some days will feel amazing, others slow.
That's normal, and it's part of the journey.
Here's some practical tips. Make a study schedule that fits your life. Use fun materials you enjoy, movies, music, podcasts. Practice with friends or language partners. Reward yourself for small achievements. Mix up your practice to avoid boredom.
If you stay curious and enjoy the process, motivation will last longer.
One last thing. Speaking out loud is key.
Even if you're shy or worried about mistakes, speaking activates your brain and mouth together.
It helps your thinking become faster and more natural.
So keep speaking out loud. Talk to yourself, shadow, sing, or read aloud.
We want to remind you, you've got this.
Learning to think in English is a big step. It's not easy, but it's worth it.
Keep going. Be patient. Be kind to yourself.
And keep speaking out loud. You're building fluency every day.
That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us on the English Uplifting Podcast.
We hope you feel inspired and motivated to keep thinking in English.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye-bye.